Thank you very much for that question. But before then, I want to build on what Mr. Tewasi said. Thank you very much, which is very true. But then I want to also draw our attention to a very important factor. Whether the government is selfish or not, we should remember that the northern Nigeria has been leading Nigeria for more years than any other leader from the south. How have we leveraged that opportunity? How have we leveraged that advantage? If you count the number of presidents that have emerged, if you are talking about central government, we have produced more presidents than any other region. So if that is the case, those presidents must have allowed it, which is okay. I think it still goes back to the local leaderships or domestic leadership or regional leadership, if you like. Because Lagos from 1999 to 2007 was in opposition.
That's right.
At a point, President Obasanjo refused to even give Lagos State their subventions. President Tinubu, at that time governor, ran the state without federal government subvention. Now what we have is governors from subnationals running to Abuja every other week, cap in hand. In fact, they are mostly in Abuja than their states.
That's right. All
they are waiting for in queue is like what we see in my state in Kano, Almajiris lining up to collect handouts. What are they waiting to collect? Federal allocation. There is no innovation, there is no value creation, there is no value innovation, there is no value protection, which are the key cornerstones of leadership. And that is what Lagos has been able to do, which other states in Nigeria have not been able to do, more so in the northern Nigeria and so part of the south. Now, taking it off from there, you asked a very important question. You see, when there is a robust vision of leadership, then based on that, there will be a strategy. The question is, do we have a Kano strategy, development strategy, that is robust enough to carry what Kano should do or how Kano should go, where it should go? The answer is no. What you have is what I call, from a strategic perspective, just an action plan that you call a strategy. That's not a strategy, because a strategy is all-encompassing. You look at this teeming youth. How do you use them? How do you rein them in? You don't have a very robust educational system or strategy to deal with this issue. Of course, in this case, you can't do it in isolation, because every other person will run out of their state and come to Kano. So how have you done also your critical stakeholder engagement? You are talking about where to start from. So in the case of Kano, which is also going to be a national, because I'm going to engage our fellow Nigerians in the next few days with regards to this. The critical failure factor of Nigeria is not the poor people. Neither is it the political leaders. The biggest people that have done a disservice to the development of Nigeria are you and I, the elites. And that is the starting point. Because those are the only people that can engage the political leaders. They are situationally aware. They are part of the leadership structure, either as civil servant, public service, or in private sector. It appears most of the time we are in cahoots with the political class. We only make noise when when the issues are not serving our vested interest. Then we come with this gaslighting methodology of making it as if we are in it for all of us. And talking, using sentiments of ethnicity, regionalism, and whatever. We are the issue, not the masses. Even in terms of voting, we don't go to vote. We sit in our homes and sip our juices and continue judging and continue criticizing. It is these same poor people that we accuse of taking spaghetti because we have weaponized the poverty. It is not the political class only that weaponize the poverty. The people that are the directors, the permanent secretaries, the deputy directors that are part of the corruption value chain are the ones that have handcuffed, we handcuff the masses. So we should not be mocking at people collecting spaghetti, but hide our heads in shame for being part of this corruption value chain. And the beginning is for us to wake up and start realizing that somebody say we are in the minority, but we are the powerful minority. And we should start speaking to the issues. We have the education, we have the know-how, we have the network, we have the contact. And taking it from there, states should have their strategies. Lagos has had a strategy. But Governor Babachide Sanwo-Olu said, Mr. President, you initiated this project in 2004. 20 years later, we are here. You see the deliberateness in this? There's a strategy. And you see, immediately they did it. At that forum, they initiated the Blue Rail. He mentioned the Fourth Mainland Bridge. You can see decisiveness. You can see vision. You can see a blueprint unraveling. You can only have a blueprint if you have a strategy. And it is based on that blueprint you can have an action plan. But when you come and bring things you call strategy based on knee-jerk sentimental, reasons. I mean, the day they are commissioning Blue Rail, one lady on social media has locked down the second biggest state in terms of population, in terms of political and economic history in Nigeria, hands down. We couldn't do anything. We are arguing about a social media influencer. I mean, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth as a Kano indigen, that is where we are today.
All right. I understand we have another